When Jay-Z dropped his third album, it was an instant success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard charts and eventually being certified 5 times platinum. 2 of the standout singles from the album featured the First Lady of Roc-A-Fella, Kahala, aka Amil Whitehead. This sparked a lot of buzz around her considering she had just signed to the label. She seized the moment, releasing singles from her debut album, All Money Is Legal, otherwise known as Amil. One of her notable tracks, I Got That, featuring Beyoncé, saw some success, but after just 1 album, Amil seemed to vanish. Eventually dropped from the label, she disappeared from the spotlight entirely. Recently, she has been vocal on a few interviews expressing her displeasure with Jay. So the question remains, what really happened to Amil?
Some feelings up there by leaving.
I didn't leave. I thought they excluded me from shit. What the fuck am I going to?
Amil came from a mixed-race family, but faced abandonment early in life when both of her parents left. Raised by her aunt, who became her guardian and support, Amil found herself drawn to music by the age of 12, using rap as a way to express herself. However, she later revealed in an interview with Billboard that she never saw it as something she could turn into a career. At 19, her life took a major turn. Amil became pregnant by her boyfriend, Kendall Morgan, and gave birth to their son, Pape. But joy soon turned to sorrow. Her aunt, the one person she leaned on, passed away unexpectedly. I felt lost, Amil shared with Vibe. She was my everything. Tragedy struck again 2 years later when Morgan was killed in a brutal stabbing incident. Devastated and left to fend for herself, Amil turned to dealing drugs as a means of financial survival. During these dark times, music became her emotional outlet, the one place she could release the pain of her personal struggles. Amil's life took a major turn in 1997 when she met Lizza and Monique Smith, who invited her to join their all-girls rap group, Major Coins. Amil eagerly accepted, as she never saw herself as a solo artist and felt more comfortable being part of a group. In 1998, Liz and Amil met up with Jay-Z, who was looking for a female rapper to feature on his upcoming 3rd studio album, Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. Initially, it was supposed to be Liz's moment. Amil was only there to accompany her friend. However, when Jay-Z heard both of their freestyles, he preferred Amil's. At first, Amil was hesitant. She believed Liz deserved the spot, so Jay-Z, in a rare move, let both women record their versions. But in the end, Jay-Z chose Amil's verse, and that's how her vocals on became a reality. The track not only appeared on Jay-Z's album, but also made it onto the Rush Hour soundtrack, becoming one of the biggest hits of 1998 and peaking at #19 on the Billboard charts. Amil didn't stop there. She was also featured on the chorus of Jay-Z's second hit, Jigga What, Jigga Who. As their collaboration soared, Jay-Z encouraged her to leave Major Coins and pursue a solo career. While Amil admitted to Billboard that she was excited, she also confessed she had little understanding of what was ahead. By 1998, Amil officially signed with Roc-A-Fella Records, earning the title First Lady of the Rock. Her life changed dramatically. Jay just handed me this career. I went from having nothing to wearing diamonds. Amil and Jay-Z continued their collaboration, and beyond their singles together, she joined him on his 1999 Hard Knock Life tour. Amil quickly became a hot commodity, working with big names like Mariah Carey, LL Cool J, and DJ Clue, among others. As her profile grew, she began focusing on her debut solo album, which was released in August 2000, titled All Money Is Legal. Though it didn't feature many guest artists, when it did, they were strategically chosen. Jay-Z, Memphis Bleek, and Beanie Sigel appeared on the track For the Fam. Carl Thomas lent his voice to Quarrel, and Beyoncé made a notable appearance on I Got That. However, the album did not live up to the commercial success they hoped for. The album debuted at #45 on the Billboard 200, selling 29,000 copies in its first week. Despite the high-profile features, Amil's career struggled to take off, largely due to the album's lackluster sales. In contrast, Beanie Sigel, who was also signed to Roc-A-Fella around the same time, released his album The Truth the same year, peaking at #5 on the Billboard 200 and selling 155,000 copies in its first week. While Beanie proved his worth and did numbers, Amil failed to deliver the same level of commercial success as expected, and it soon became clear that she would not reach the heights Roc-A-Fella hoped for. In December 2000, Amil revealed to Vibe that her life had taken a significant turn. She had quit smoking, embraced the Hebrew Israelite faith, and was more focused on family life, preferring to stay home with her son and boyfriend instead of partying. She talked about her desire to settle down, buy a house, get married, and move to the slower-paced South. Now that everything turned out how it did, you couldn't be wrong taking those as hints that she wanted to leave the music industry. After featuring on the track Hey Poppy with Jay-Z and Memphis Bleak for the Nutty Professor second soundtrack, rumors began circulating that Amil had been dropped from Roc-A-Fella Records. Vibes speculated that there had been tensions between her and Jay, and some reports even claimed that the label was displeased with her weight gain.
And I also heard that it was because I got real big. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I got up to a little 135 pounds, if you want to call that big.
Years later, Amil opened up to Billboard, sharing that she had stepped away from the spotlight because she realized that fame and the fast-paced lifestyle of the industry weren't for her. She recanted she wasn't ready to be an entertainer. She disliked touring, wasn't a fan of the constant partying, and she needed to be with her son, who was dealing with asthma. Walking away from Roc-A-Fella, she admitted, wasn't well thought out, as she didn't consider the legal consequences. I wasn't a businesswoman at that time, she reflected. Without a manager or proper guidance, both Amil and the label recognized she wasn't elevating herself as an artist. Although she and Jay-Z never had a formal conversation about it, she could sense he knew she had mentally checked out. He thought I'd be ready in time, but eventually realized I wasn't. For years, Amil disappeared from the public eye, though rumors surfaced of people spotting her working at Macy's and Walmart in North Carolina. She never addressed these claims. In 2012, she released a song called Stop. And 2 years later, she dropped Remember from her mixtape A Moment in Life, the 90s being her favorite era, so she crafted the project using 90s beats and collaborated with artists from that time, including Killah Priest. However, the public's response was lukewarm when The Breakfast Club let her know exactly how they felt.
Cage Amil has decided to spit the finest of struggles over Dirty Money's Angel instrumental. She got that right off YouTube. Let's all join hands and prepare a prayer circle and get ready to listen to Amil's comeback titled I Remember.
You gonna love me again, though, the way I get.
Hey, Amil, we good, boo. Please don't do us no favors. That is one of the highest grades of garbage I've heard in a while. See, the thing about comebacks, right? People have to care that you coming back in order for it to be a comeback. It's like being lost. You're not lost if nobody is looking for you. All those years you worked at Walmart in North Carolina, Amil, it wasn't one blog post, one tweet, one Facebook status asking for an Amil comeback. In fact, it's a lot of people who didn't know you were here in the first place.
It became clear that Amil's attempt at a comeback hadn't resonated with audiences. After stepping out of the spotlight once again, Amil resurfaced in a 2018 interview with Hip Hop News Uncensored, where she shared a different perspective on her departure from Roc-A-Fella. She claimed that some label assistants had issues with her relationship with Killah Priest, and her weight gain from 110 to 135 pounds led to her being alienated. Amil explained that she didn't leave the label voluntarily, but was essentially excluded from everything. She couldn't even contact Jay-Z directly anymore, having to go through his assistant instead. While she maintained that she still had love for Jay, she couldn't understand the disrespect she felt, especially when he reportedly dissed her during a televised concert. It left her with the feeling that he was blocking her from making a comeback.
Then what was the worst signing?
Yeah. He don't want to throw.
You was talking about how Amil was your worst signing.
Somebody that didn't fit. There's somebody that didn't fit.
Regarding her personal life and relationships, Amil, like many other celebrities, prefers to keep her personal life private. She, however, opened up about being a mother of 3 later in her career and having dated the Wu-Tang Clan member Killah Priest from when she still was at Roc-A-Fella. This was speculated as one of the reasons she had problems with the label, but it wasn't confirmed. Well, that's it for what happened to Amil. What do you guys think about her story? Could she have been more? And if so, what do you think she did wrong? Leave a comment down below and catch you in the next.